Finally, it is the time for the full collection tour. And the lights just turned off like a few minutes ago, so I will turn them back on. Of course, all my lights are on the timer, and the timer shuts off roughly around 7 p.m. and turns on around 7 a.m. So for all of you that are regular viewers of the Dark Den, you know what this all is about. You know majority of stuff what I have here. For you that don't know, or in case you haven't watched my videos in a while, this is the Dark Den, and it is a separate place for all my animals, and also it serves as a studio for my YouTube videos. This is the main spot where I record them. And now we are going through all the animals that I have in this room. Great majority are the invertebrates, and the great majority of that great majority are tarantulas. So you can expect a lot of tarantulas, but I also have some cute things like this lovely fella. This is Cappuccino, and he is a Syrian hamster. Hey guy. I will show him more later. First, let's cue the cool overview montage. So that was a quick overview of the Dark Den, and now we are going to go in detail through all of the enclosures. At least majority of enclosures. I won't be including these small ones where I keep the slings. I will just write you the list of all the tarantulas inside, and also we won't be going through all of these. They are kind of too tiny for this full tour, and the video would be way too long if I tried to include all of them. Now also what you need to know. A lot of animals that I have here are nocturnal and likes to hide, so in case I won't be able to show you a certain animal, I will include clips of that animal so you can get a good look at it. And of course, if this is something that you like and you enjoy, consider subscribing. Let's start with the tour. We will start from this shelf and move in this direction until we cover the whole room. And also one other thing, all the enclosures, all the furniture, everything is made by me, and by that I mean the actual enclosures and the build of the enclosures. So everything you see in this video, I mean you will see in this video, is made by me. Now let's start. As I said, on this top shelf I have a bunch of tarantula slings. Slings are tarantula babies. I will just write you a list, so pause and go through it if you are interested in that stuff. Moving on, we have some fan-made stuff, fan arts. This is the fruit colony culture that I use for my dart frogs, and the dart frogs are of course hiding because it is, oh no, actually one is outside. Hey little froggy, come and show yourself. Go book. This one is called, oh, don't be so fast. This one is called Mai, and we also have a joker and Hackett inside. So that means I have 3 poisonous dart frogs inside. The species name is Dendrobates auratus, and they are super cute. And you see I have a waterfall. It is actually pumping water from this corner all the way up there, and the waterfall starts here and goes all the way down here where water returns back to the drainage layer. So it is just a circulating system. And this is the misting system. I will show you the misting system later when we can go now. There is also a video of how I made this enclosure. Majority of my enclosures, there is a video for each setup, so you can search for that if you are curious. This is a chameleon enclosure. Here I have one baby panther chameleon, and his name is Felix. He's way up there, but as I said, it is currently the time when lights are off, so he is up there preparing to sleep, probably sleeping, and we are waking him up now, but as I said, I can include the other footage of him. Regarding the setup, I have Arcadia lights, UVB light, and also Arcadia heat thingy that produces heat. And you see misting system. It is on automatic misting system that sprays the enclosure 3 times per day. It is the best misting system you can get, the Mist King system. Here is the bucket that contains water. This is the brain of the operation where you can manually turn it on, but it also It is set on a timer, so it turns on 3 times a day. Regarding Felix, since he's still baby, he's still not really tame, but unfortunately chameleons can be like that. They can be really moody and not that friendly all the time. He's usually hanging either on this branch, either somewhere on top. And whenever I would approach the enclosure, he would immediately hide behind this wooden branch. He would like hide, and you could only see his legs where he is holding on and one eye that is looking at me. He would do that all the time, and he doesn't want to eat in front of me. I mean, when I offer him a cricket with the tweezers, he basically just shies away. But what I have this mug that contains, you see, roaches for him. And he just comes down and eats whenever he wants. That's unfortunately the only way I can get him to eat. Now, moving on. In this enclosure, I have one tarantula. It is called Pterinochilus lugardi, and we can actually spy it from behind. Not a good angle though. Here it is. Not much to see, but yeah, tarantulas often do that. They just hide like that. In here, we have even worst case. Down there in that burrow lives desert scorpion. Scientific name is Hadrurus arizonensis. So that is desert scorpion, and it is nocturnal, so only during night you can spot it outside. During day, and usually it's just inside of its burrow. Moving on, Heteropteryx dilatata, or commonly known the jungle nymph. It is this lovely green creature that just pretends to be dead, and I noticed that she actually ate all the leaves, so I will need to get her a new branch. Inside of the substrate I actually added one species of roaches. They are called headlight roaches, and they are also nocturnal. During night you can see them outside searching for the food. Down here we have Chips. And no, it is not Chips that you can eat, although you can eat him. You can only see his tail, this yellow thingy. Chips is crested gecko, male, and he really hates me. I have a video that shows that really well. I tried to get him used to hands, but he really doesn't enjoy that. Moving on, here you can spot some nice legs. Oh, legs no more. That was Caribena versicolor, and she's a tarantula, yeah, arboreal tarantula. These are the spiny assassin bugs, or as we call them here, spiny assassin guys. They are really cool, although I have huge problem. I have too many of them. The back piece of this entire corkbark is filled with them. A lot of adults, a lot of babies, and I really don't know what I will do with them. Here, hiding as usual, it is Linda, the Pterophosa styrmi. This is actually the biggest tarantula species, along with Pterophosa blondie. But Linda is still really young, and she got a lot of growing to do. In here we have another assassin bugs. There is one. It is, I don't know how they are called. I will just write it down, but yeah, also I have like 7-8 adults now here. In this enclosure we have a bit of unfortunate situation. Let me explain. You see on this branch that is actually a mantis. Here is another one, although that one molted, and it is out of focus. Let me just poke it. Yeah, there it is. And down there, there's the third one. And if you remember, I had 5. They should be communal, but apparently things can go wrong. I'm not sure if I didn't feed them enough, so that's why some got eaten, or it's just not enough space for them. I really don't know. Now they seems to be all right. You see, each of them got its own part of the enclosure, so now I hope that we will stay at number 3. Another tarantula. This is first brachypelma of this video, Brachypelma behmei. She is paired female, and judging by the size of that abdomen, I think that soon we will have babies. In 2 days I need to increase humidity here, and hopefully that will motivate her to produce an egg sac. Here, the cool guys, Monocentropus balfouri. We have a communal setup, and this is one of few tarantula species that can actually live together in communal setup, although these are probably the only species that is truly communal. Oh. You see, this is a mature male. I still need to get him outside, and the rest are hopefully females. I don't know. This is another mature male that I got out, and he will be going to a friend for a pairing, for some sexy time. Inside of this enclosure, unfortunately, this is a tarantula that is actually always outside, but now, for the collection tour, of course that she is hiding. It is Acanthoscurria geniculata. In this lovely enclosure, we have another scorpion. Let me see if I can. I will just include all recordings. That is a heterometro species, the Asian forest scorpion. And if you know, if you remember, if you are watching videos, of course, that you know, we have babies, and I will show them a bit later because they are in that box. But before it, we need to go through all of these and these, so a lot of stuff to do. Tapinauhenius violaceus. I'm working on an enclosure for her. Yeah, she's a bit cramped inside, but soon. Here, Cyriopagopus hati, no point in showing her, she's always inside. Nandutripapi, male. Hey, go down. No. Nanduchromatus, one female. Nanduchromatus, other female. Nanduchromatus, I think also female, but I can be wrong. One of these three is, I think, male, and the two are females, but I maybe mixed up their molds, I'm not sure. Here is the infamous Pterinochilus murinus, the OBT, Brachypelma smithi, male. Here, one cool creature, let me show it. It is not a tarantula, and it is not a scorpion. This creature, this scary creature that it is actually harmless. This is called a Tailless whip scorpion, or scientific name Damon diadema, and they are really awesome, you see. Really cool and mean looking while being harmless. Awesome pet to have, and it was actually featured in one scene in Harry Potter. And this is female, cute female. Inside of this enclosure, inside of many of these holes, you see one hole, two hole, third hole, Hylobrachys huahini, female. In this tree enclosure, we have one native to Croatia scorpion. Look at it. Unfortunately, we have only small scorpions. In all of these enclosures, as I said, we have a bunch of slings, so I will just write the list now, and you can pause and read it all if you're interested. And soon also I plan to do a feeding video with only these slings, so if you want to see them, stay tuned. In this enclosure, it is one of my first tarantulas. It is the Hylobrachys huahini, huge female, but I think that she's in a pre-molt. Basically, last 2 months she spent inside of her hide, and she blocked everything off. And judging by when she molted last time, I think that she will be molting now. In this enclosure, I had a Getsarcinus quadratus, the Halloween crab, and I no longer have it. I gave it away to a subscriber that really wanted to have this species. But don't be sad, all of you that like crabs. Eventually, I plan to get the vampire crabs. I would like to have a few of them because they can be kept in really cool setups, and that is something that it will be really fun to do. One fun project that will be here, down there, under this floating roach. You can see a water bug, a species of water bug, and I gave him this roach like 3 hours ago, so I guess he sucked everything that he needed out of it. This is also one project that I can't find time to actually finish, but it will come, I promise, it will come. Now in these 3 enclosures, let's pull them out actually. This is Nandu coloratovillosus, male. Here is this huahini or Hylobrachys Vietnam blue? I think that's a potentially female, but I'm not sure. Let's close this guy, he likes to bolt. And here, huahini male. You see this sweet orange color? Hopefully he is future boyfriend of female that we have here. It will be a fun pairing, definitely. Here is Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens, female, in all her blue glory. Awesome species. In this Grammostola pulchripes, somewhere inside, on the bottom of her hide. And here, Annie, the Brachypelma albopilosum, also hiding inside of her den. This is the sad reality of tarantula keeping. You have empty enclosures, basically. In here, these are cool. The giant African snails, although currently they aren't that giant. Which one is the biggest? I think you are. So you see, not really that giant, but they have still a lot of growing to do. And if someone wants a snail, just come here and pick it up. Because I don't know what I will do with 7 huge land snails. And these are also cool guys. I mean girls. We have Monica and Natsuki, the predatory beetles. Look how cool they are. I would love to get more of these. Maybe on Nextera Plaza, if there is opportunity. Now regarding these enclosures, I will put this camera on the tripod and I will take this camera and put it on another tripod, and then I will go through all of these enclosures because it is hard to pull them with one hand and then open them and fiddle around. So just a second. A bit different perspective than usually. Recently I actually did a full feeding video that featured all the tarantulas that are kept under this table. So majority of this tarantula will be immediately familiar to you if you watch that video. But there is also some species that aren't tarantulas, so you can also look at them. First one here, Grammostola acteon. Oh no, actually this is Iheringi. Oh, what am I saying? This is the Grammostola Iheringi. Wrong species, sorry. This is the acteon. Much deeper blacks on her. More prettier, I would say. Grammostola pulchripes male. Also, hopefully he will be a boyfriend of a female that I have. Nandu chromatus, the biggest female that I have. Although I think that she is currently in a premolt, she's refusing food for quite a while now. Next stack. This is something that I actually never showed in a video. This is the hissing roach. And I actually had a bunch of them, but they all died from unknown reason. I received all of them from a friend of mine, he brought it to me, and I had them for a while in a small tub, in which he brought them, and they were fine inside. And then once I rehoused them into this tub with this cork bark and everything, they just started dying off until only this one was left. So I have no idea what was that all about. But now this one seems alright, so I don't know if maybe the food I gave them was sprayed with something. I really don't know. Can you hiss a bit for us? Can you hear him? Funny little guy. Let's leave him alone now. Here is another whip scorpion, and this one is called Winagaroon because he can actually spray acid from back of his tail. I mean, oh, was that a barrel roll? Sorry, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is the one that I got a long time ago and it still didn't molt. I don't know what it is waiting for. Megaphobema robustum, male, and also recently rehoused. Female, you can only see one of her 8 legs. That is all that you get. You are not worthy. Now prepare for Brachypelma invasion. Brachypelma auratum. In my opinion, one of the prettiest Brachypelmas. Brachypelma albiceps. Brachypelma baumganterni. Really active Brachypelma. What is up? First Brachypelma that is actually hiding. Can you see the booty? That's the Brachypelma classic booty. Now, one of the most classic tarantulas. Brachypelma hamori. Check it out. Now that's a pretty tarantula. Is this Kallenbergi? I think that this is Kallenbergi also. If you look closely, you can see the booty. Another Acanthoscuria geniculata, although this one is kind of outside. Another booty shot. Awesome. Another classic tarantula, Lasiodora parahibana. That's the one. Now let's bring the rest of the stacks. Cochiana brunipes, female, dwarf tarantula, and I think that it is around its maximum size. All of the other Brachypelmas, they're all females, but they are far from their adult size. But that dwarf one, she won't be growing that much. And here is freshly rehoused Harpactira, please don't bolt outside, Harpactira pulchripes male. And even though I recorded a video of the rehouse, you will see also some other tarantula that I rehoused, but you haven't seen the video yet. That will actually be next video, so Friday's video, but it was recorded before this one. The timeline is a bit mixed, but I will also mention that in that video. Here is the myth, the legend, Paul, Brachypelma bechmei male, and he will, I hope, be the proud father of her babies. I really hope so. Oh, you see, the misting system turned on. This is Pterinohelus horadus, and it is a bit edgy, so let's just close it before we have some accident. And this is the big disappointment. Hysterocrates gigas, that was supposed to be a female, it is actually a mature male now, so sad. But there is no place for panic, because as soon as weather gets better, I will receive a box from a Spider's World with a female. So that means that Hysterocrates gigas enclosure is not cancelled, only postponed. More Brachypelmas. This is Brachypelma Emilia, and it looks like she got some ideas. So let's close her. Mind your legs. Thank you. And is this the final Brachypelma of this video? I think so. And one of the prettiest, Brachypelma vagans. Look at this black. This deep black with red abdomen. Awesome! And it is just basic Brachypelma vagans. The furball, fuzzy guy. Actually, this is less Brachypelma of this video. This is Brachypelma albopilosum Nicaragua form. It is a male, and at first I had plans to breed him to my female that is hobby form. But then after some rethinking and talking to my friends, I decided not to pair them, but instead look for a Nicaragua female. I will explain the whole situation in next video. In this enclosure I have one scolopendra, one small scolopendra, but she is currently buried and I can see her on the bottom of the enclosure. That means that she is about to molt, so we won't be disturbing her. And in this enclosure that, if you remember, it was sent to me by Tarantula Cat, the enclosure, not the tarantula. Inside of this tube we have the X-tip Psychedelicus. Really pretty tarantula, and I cannot wait for this small baby to grow. It will be awesome to make videos about her. This is also something that I will show you in next video. So if you don't want to know, skip a few minutes because this will be a spoiler. You see, these are scorpion babies, and the species name is Titius stigmurus. I had a female and she actually died after she gave birth to them. So now I have 8 babies in total, and they can be communal, so we will keep them communal. Now more scorpions, get ready for this. And you probably spotted there are dead roaches inside. I pre-killed them and throw them inside like a few hours ago so they can eat once I leave the dark den. The same thing goes here. You see, there are 2 pre-killed roaches. But under this cork bark we have, are you ready? Scorpions! A lot of scorpion babies. I gave away a lot of them to my friends, and also I will be giving more to some of my friends, but currently I have 14 left. They are her babies, you know, the Asian forest scorpion. Here, another baby. This is the first jungle nymph that emerged. You see her? So cute. And inside a bunch of unhatched eggs, so hopefully there will be plenty of more jungle nymphs. And they are her babies. This is almost entirely babies stack, except this little guy. If you remember the blue dead faint beetles, and they are super awesome. Whoa, don't throw yourself like that. I recommend them to everyone. Really easy and fun to keep. And now the last animal under this table, the last one, because we have one animal here that I forgot to show. But here, where are you? Oh, it is buried a bit. Here you can spot Tokoloshi, and it is a centipede, a Scolopendra species. This is its back, and here is the head, but let me try to poke it, but hopefully that won't be devastating. Okay. Whoa, chill. Just show off a bit. That is all that I ask for, nothing else. I know that centipedes freaks out majority of people, but it is also something to admire. Look at this apex predator. It is like a machine built to hunt prey. Let's close it and carry on. Once again, I'm going to take you in my hands and we are moving to this part of the dark den. Actually, first I need to show you what I have here. Here I have crickets. Not a lot of them. I don't really breed them. I only buy them when I need them. And that's basically it. I don't have a lot of them. But inside of this, here I have 2 roach colonies. This first one, it is the Blatta lateralis roach colony. I have a lot of them. You see, a lot of roaches. And in here we have Blaptica dubia roaches. Also, a lot of roaches, you see. Bunch of roaches, yeah. So these are my main feeders that I use. Crickets only sometimes, but these mainly. And this styrofoam box is to keep the higher temperatures inside, because they need that for faster breeding. Now let's carry on. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is Despacito. And he is the bearded dragon. And he should be sleeping like 1 hour ago. But since the lights are still on, he's wondering, what the hell, man, I want to sleep. I need to wake up early tomorrow to go to work, right? So this is his enclosure, and he is a bearded dragon. Not sure if I said it. He's the awesome bearded dragon. Actually, after owning him for only a few months, he's still a baby. I can tell you that bearded dragons are the best pet lizard you can get. Definitely the best one. And when you give him some food, he goes crazy. Completely crazy. But also in the same time, he's super tame. You see, if you... okay, chill. If you compare it to any other lizard, they are much more friendlier and they quickly start to appreciate you and your ability to bring them food. Now I was thinking about if I should show you what I have here. All of these are also small tarantulas. Here I have scorpions, and here I will actually show you these, because these are cool. I have 4 of these spiders. These are called six-eyed sand spider. But can you spot a spider? You probably can, but let me show you. Hello, that's the guy. Soon they will get new bigger enclosures. They actually have really mean venom, but thankfully they cannot climb glass and they aren't really aggressive, so they are actually easy to keep if you know what you are doing. Although extremely dangerous animal. Don't just get it because I said it, they are easy to keep. You need to know what you are doing. And I can also show you the scorpions. Quickly, because they are rarely outside and rarely featured in my videos. This is one. Here is second. I actually removed his hide, so he doesn't really appreciate it. And down here we have the third one. Sorry for messing up your hide. Sorry. I don't really show them often, so I need to use this opportunity. But also recently I fed all of these tarantulas in one single video, so we can also search for that and see all the species that I have. But also I will post the list on the actual video now. And you can pause it if you want. In these 2 enclosures I have 2 tarantulas that I also rehoused in last video, and both of these are Lampropelma violaceopes. Come on, chill, Cappuccino, we will get to you soon. Both of these are Lampropelma violaceopes, and I'm kinda experimenting with keeping them in different setups to see which one will appreciate which setup more. More on that in next video, of course. Here, these are all Petzoterias, and I will write you down which one are they, because they are all mostly in their cork barks. Actually, this one is outside. Hi. But not much that you can see, they aren't that big. Here, this is also a little fella that I didn't really show you in a long time. I mean girl, she is girl. This is the tiny jumping spider. Let me just get her out. You see, that is her down there. Still really small. Come on, Despacito, we made a video about you. Don't try to grab all the attention. Go there. I will turn off the lights soon. He wants to eat as always. So this is the jumping spider female. And she's doing really good, but she still got a lot of growing to do. This enclosure is actually, this Petzoteria formosa male is usually kept in this enclosure, but currently he is down there with the female. Here we have, here it is. Can't remember the name, we'll write it down on the video. And in this enclosure I actually have one of the cutest spiders ever. I kinda recently unboxed it and you can search for the video, but it is super cute spider, the cutest spider ever. And in here, Psalmopeus cambrigae. In this exciting core bark we have Petzoteria. Which one is this? Subfusca? I think it's Subfusca. Here is Petzoteria metallica, and she's actually outside. How about that? Hello. I know that she doesn't look blue, but trust me, under the right light she is blue. And I don't know what is happening with my lights, but they were used to be like true white light and now they are becoming more yellowish and yellowish light. I don't know what is happening. That's what you get when you buy the cheapest LED stripes. Here Petzoteria Hanuma villasumica, and I forgot to say her name is, where is she? She actually went inside of her hide. Her name is Cat. Yep, and this is Elvira, Petzoteria ornata, all curled up down there. She's actually my biggest tarantula when fully stretched. In here we have breeding in progress. Well, not currently, but hopefully sexy time during the night. Petzoteria formosa male, and inside here it's female. Petzoteria rufilata, somewhere inside of that bark. And in these 2 horrible enclosures, but you see these two enclosures that are in the works. Those 2 are for them. So probably the first build video in the 2019, it will be Petzoteria regalis and Petzoteria vitata enclosure builds, hopefully. Now, with that being said, we still have final 3 animals, and yes, Cappuccino, I'm coming to you. Do you want to come to me? Come on, climb. So this is Cappuccino, and he is the Syrian hamster. And he loves to eat seeds. Isn't that right, you seed lover? let's get some seeds for him. Cappuccino. Cappuccino. Some seeds. Cappuccino. Hum hum hum. Hum hum hum. Hum hum hum. I love this fur ball. And I love how he's super friendly. Hamsters are awesome. Come, Cappuccino, let's go back. Cappuccino. Cappuccino. Climb. No, that's not the plan. Okay, I need to put down the camera. You need 2 hands to grab him. Go, go. Bye. Down here we have 8. He is a tortoise, marginate, Testudo marginata, that's the scientific name. And it is currently kind of in hibernation, but I need to take him to a colder room so it can fully go into hibernation. He's inside of this hide, but on occasion he goes outside. And the last animal of this full collection tour. It is Thor, and he's always inside of this cork bark tube. At least when I'm inside of the dark den. He's always there. You see him? Sorry for shining the light, but I want to show you. Thor is a leopard gecko and he's really chilled and cool. But you see, he's not a fan of me either, like Chips, my other gecko. But Chips is crested gecko and he is a leopard gecko. Yeah, I'm bringing you back. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, now let me turn off the lights because this little guy, he will drive me insane. Go sleep. Good night. Can you hear the cappuccino eating seeds inside? I certainly can. And the final light. There. This was exhausting for me. I wanted to do a full collection tour, but I kept postponing it because I know that there is a lot of stuff that I need to go through. And you see, even with skipping majority of smaller tarantulas, it still took significant amount of time to go through everything. But we are finally done, and hopefully we won't be doing this in the next... Is it 6 months all right to separate the full collection tours? I don't know. I don't really plan to increase my collection too much. There are some animals that I would like to get, but I'm kind of holding it back because I have a lot of work here with the current animals, and I also have a lot of enclosure builds that I plan to do for the current animals, so there is really no point into getting more animals while I'm still not satisfied with how my current animals are being housed. Thor needs new enclosure, the leopard gecko, the tortoise, also I need to change it up a bit. Hamster will probably go into my apartment because he's kind of too big for this enclosure. I would like to give him more substrate to dig, but if I give him more substrate, then he would be able to go outside of the enclosure, and I don't want to do that. Also, all the Poecilotherias that don't have glass enclosures, they need new glass enclosures. All the slings that are currently small, they will eventually grow and be bigger. But overall, a lot of projects to do and to plan for and to make videos about. So if you really enjoyed what you have seen here, if you enjoyed this type of animal, and even if you don't enjoy this type of animal, consider subscribing and checking the videos about tarantulas, because a lot of people told me that they actually turned fear into a fascination after watching my videos about tarantulas. It showed them a different perspective to those misunderstood animals. Subscribe! So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel even more, there's a Patreon page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload every Monday and Friday, so see you again soon. Bye!